I want to explain to you how to prepare an invoice this year, and I'll be giving you baby steps that you need to follow to actually make sure you're not losing money. And again, these steps are really applicable to any size of business, whether you have a small business, a medium-sized business, or a large enterprise. Okay, it's important to understand that invoices are the your gateway to revenue. Okay, if you supplied goods or services for our clients, preparing an invoice is very easy. You create a record that exactly outlines the nature of the work or goods and at what prices or rate, and you just submit it. Okay, so let me give you the opportunity you need to really pay attention to. What I want to say here is that an invoice can be very simple. You don't have to have software to actually have it, to actually create it. You know, you have a lot of accounting software out there that really are trying to sell you that you need to have them to actually issue your invoice. You don't have to. You just have to have the right template. Okay. So, what do you need to prepare an invoice in the first place? I want you to look right now on the screen here. So you will typically see the following items on an invoice. You'll have a logo and possibly other branding like your company colors. So this is where your brand should shine, right? And you also want to add your company's details. I'm speaking here about the name, you or your company. So you, if you are a freelancer, for instance, or your company, if you have a regular company, you'll have the address, the phone, the email. So that's number one, your company's details. Next, you have the information of the client or business you are billing. Okay, the person who's supposed, the company who's supposed to pay you back. So the customer or company name, the company address, the contact email, the contact phone. And then you have the invoice details. So the invoice number, each number should be unique, please. You want to have the invoice date, also known as the invoice issue date and due date, and also the invoice payment terms. So the next items are important as they will be responsible for itemizing exactly what you are billing the client for. You want to keep it simple but descriptive. So you want to itemize the list of the services rendered or goods provided. Include the quantity of each item, unit price, total amount owed for each item, and a brief description if necessary. And also the final amount due, including any tax. If this is a service charged by the hour, be sure to include the hourly rate also. And please don't forget that. You want to list any additional fees involved with the delivery or creation of the goods or services. And finally, if you want to really automate the whole process, you want to include a payment link if you have one available. Now, let me give you a step-by-step guide to prepare an invoice this year, okay? I just first wanted to give you a foundation of what you would see on an invoice, okay? The first thing you want to do is you want to choose a template. So when I talk about preparing an invoice this year, you don't have to actually have accounting software. I think I've said this before, but you need a template. Now, this template, you can download it they could download it online, or you can just prepare yourself. If you are creative or you want to buy, you also have invoice templates that people are selling on the internet. You go to websites such as Etsy, for instance. You have invoice templates, so you can actually buy an invoice template in Word or in Excel or in PowerPoint or in any other format that can allow you to actually you can easily edit. Okay, you will never have to create one invoice from scratch. Not only are there quite a few included with Microsoft Word and Google Sheets, you can also find add-ons and templates online in Canva and other design and word processing programs. The cool thing is that if you're lucky, you even don't have to pay for it. I mean, for instance, if you go in Google Sheets or Microsoft Words, you have invoice templates. They are free. Same thing for Microsoft Excel or even PowerPoint. Okay, so invoice templates save time by providing a ready-made structure. So you just fill in the details without worrying about the layout or formatting. And the cool thing about invoice templates also is that they ensure consistency and professionalism, making your invoices look polished and easy to read every single time. Remember, first impression matters, right? You do not want to really give excuse the word, but you do not want to give a substandard, let's say a substandard picture, substandard impression to impression about your business vis-a-vis your clients, right? You want your client to respect you. You want your client to really understand that you are a professional entity. You are professional in everything you do. So use the template to actually automate the whole process this year. One thing I want to say also is that if you're currently using an accounting software, you just want to go to the invoice. Those accounting software tools have templates embedded, so you can just download a template from that software. The second thing you want to do if you want to prepare an invoice after choosing a template, you need to add your business information. Now, this might sound a little easy, but it's not, because your business information can be as simple or as quote unquote convoluted as you need to make it happen. Okay, there are some industries where simple is always easy. There are other industries where you need to provide as much information as possible. Sometimes it's not just about the industry, it's about your clients, the person you're billing, the company you're billing. They want to have all kinds of information on the invoice. Okay, for instance, there are industries such as healthcare, okay, where because of regulations or because of the structure of the industry itself, you got to provide as much information as possible. Sometimes if you're billing some institutions such as insurance companies, for instance, they want to see some information on the invoice. So you want to add, when I say add your business information, I'm speaking way beyond brand elements. Of course, you need brand elements like your company colors and logos, okay? But you want to make sure you have more. So you want to add, for instance, your name or your business name, your address, your phone number, your email address. Sometimes some companies will want to see your EIN number, your employer identification number. And if you are dealing with some international clients, they want to see your VAT number, so your value added tax number. So you got to have those sort of a foundational information on the invoice. Now you want to go over this details carefully, because you wouldn't want a case of mistaken identity to interfere with getting paid in the first place. Like I said, there are a lot of institutions out there, a lot of companies out there. They have a structured way to analyze data, a structured way to pay invoices, a structured way to review invoices in the first place. And if you do not comply with the way they want to see the info, they're not going to pay you at all, or they're not going to pay you on time. And you do not want to be in a situation where you're not getting paid on time. Okay, so that's important. So, and also in some cases, you might have to also include your legal structure. If you're an LLC, you are a corporation, you are a C corporation, you are an S corporation, you are an LLP, and so on and so forth. If you want to prepare an invoice this year, you also want to add client information. Now, why is client information is important? Well, the client, first of all, must know that there is a transactional relationship between you and them for them to be willing to pay you in the first place. So if you get their info wrong, that means you have no idea who they are, or you really have no idea about the transactional relationship they have vis-a-vis you. Some clients will have will give you a reference number to always mention when you bill them, when you send them an invoice. Make sure you have that, you actually incorporate that reference number when you send the invoice. Okay, so when I say client information, this can be the contact name, the company address, the contact email, and also the contact phone. Okay, now double check this information so that you don't end up billing the wrong person. Like I said, if you bill the wrong person, or you just you're billing the right person but with the wrong info, you're not going to get paid on time, and you do not want to really you do not want your cash to actually linger too long with clients. Okay, this could really create a situation where you have a negative cash flow. You do not want to have negative cash flow if you want to be paid on time. Next, you want to list products and services. So if you want to prepare an invoice this year, you want to list the products and services you're billing the clients for. Okay, and here I want you to be as granular as possible. I want you to be as detailed as possible. Describe the work or service completed, the products sold, or whatever is changing hands between your company and theirs that will cost them money, right? You want to really give as much details as much detail about the transaction for them to actually approve the invoice and pay you. Remember, companies have to have a system in place to review and approve invoices. So when your invoice goes through the review process, you want it to be approved real fast. Be descriptive, but use language that both you and the client will understand. Don't try to be jargony here. This is not the time to be jargony. Next, I want you to really set payment terms. So if you want to prepare an invoice very easily this year, you got to be clear about the payment terms. Now, the payment terms can be pay upon receipt. It can be net 15. It can be net 30. It can be net 45, depending on the transactional clauses you have agreed on with the clients, right? It has to be some clients are actually validated on credit terms. So whatever credit terms you actually have validated with them, make sure that you actually follow through. If you have accounting software, normally every client, when you set them up, when you onboard them, you have to really filter. You have to set them up based on the credit terms that they have. Maybe a net 30, net 15, or a pay up on the receipt. So set the due date and list the payment terms. If you have your own bank link, be sure to list it. But many times, clients will have their own processors that handle paying invoices for them, right? So it really depends on how you set up your business in the first place. But one thing for sure, make sure that you help your clients pay you faster. Make their life easier. Make their life easier so that they can pay you real fast. That's what you want. Otherwise, you are going to linger. You're going to have your cash actually with somebody else for a long time. So, and this is not the situation where you want to be in, again, because you are trying to avoid a situation of negative cash flow. Step number 6, you want to include the invoice number. Now, the invoice number is really important. Every invoice should have a unique number, either numbered sequentially or following your own system, okay? Depending upon, if you have accounting software, the numbers are actually are generated based on what the system thinks is the best sequence for you. Just make sure no number is ever repeated to avoid confusion and missed payments. Okay, like I said, you want your invoice to actually be approved, and if your invoice goes through the client's approval review and approval process, and they see the same number twice, you might actually not get paid. Okay, that's why you want to avoid this situation and actually get paid faster. So if you want to prepare an invoice this year, please check carefully for errors. And this is really important because if you want to avoid getting paid late, the best thing you can do is check and recheck the invoice for errors before you send it out. Now, it's one of those things where if you have to check your invoice for errors, everything has to depend on whether you want to check for errors manually or you want to do it automatically, right? And it has to do also with the processes you have in place to actually detect and prevent errors. And it's just a lot better if you do things automatically. If you process your invoices through accounting software, it's just a lot easier to avoid those mistakes. But hey, listen, not every business owner is able or willing to pay for accounting software. They're willing to do things manually. Then you got to have a system of controls in place to make sure that you are checking carefully for errors. Now, if you spot errors, what should you do? Well, you have to redo the invoice. Yeah, there is no if and buts about this thing. You have to redo the invoice. All you have to do just if you have the template originally, then things become a lot easier because you just have to go back to the template and just change a few things here and there. Maybe add a number or reference number, whatever. Okay. Now, what happens if you actually mail an invoice and after mailing it to a client, you realize, hey, listen, there was a mistake. Well, same thing. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if you spotted errors while doing the invoice or after mailing it. If you spotted the errors after mailing it, you want to be very truthful. You want to reach out respectfully to the client and explain the situation, and so ask them to cancel that invoice or disregard that invoice and resend them an updated invoice. But be very quick. You want to act quickly, and you want to act quickly, and you want to really be as straightforward as possible. Okay. Now, what happens if you spot an error after the clients paid you? If the clients paid you already, and you realize, hey, listen, maybe they overpaid you, then you want to be honest. Tell them, hey, listen, you have a credit of this amount because you overpaid, or there is a deficit because you underpaid the last invoice. Okay. Again, here communication is really key. You want to be straightforward. You want to be as transparent as possible. You want to explain what happened and make sure that you explain also the procedures you have put in place to make sure this situation doesn't happen again. Let me give you a few best practices to prepare an invoice and get paid fast. First thing first, make your invoices clear and professional. Okay, use templates, use accounting software, or use whatever. But please don't actually have a system where every invoice you have to actually create it from scratch. No, that's a waste of time. That's a waste of money. That's a waste of resources. You got to really find a way to automate everything. So make your invoices clear and professional. Use a simple layout with easy to read fonts and well-organized sections. An invoice is not a creative piece of art. It's not a creative piece of paperwork. No, it's paperwork that's designed to earn you money. That's all. Okay. So use a simple layout with easy to read fonts and well-organized sections. Include all essential details like your business information, the client's name, and a clear description of the products or services provided. Be specific with pricing, due dates, and payment terms to avoid any confusion. The thing is that you want to avoid any confusion. You just want to get paid real fast. That's all. Nothing really complicated. Okay. Now, good communication with your client is key. From the beginning, you want to clearly state your payment terms, including preferred methods and any late fees. This helps set expectations upfront and encourages prompt payments. And you want to have prompt payments. Okay. Make sure not to leave out key details like invoice numbers, due dates, or itemized descriptions. Unclear pricing can also lead to confusion, which may delay payments or result in disputes, and you do not want to have disputes. So to avoid these issues, double check that all information is included and easy to understand. So be thorough also. You want to be thorough by reviewing your invoice for accuracy before sending it, because this helps prevent errors and ensures a smooth payment process. So the more specific your invoice is, the faster you'll get paid, and that's what you want. Okay, that's what you want. You want to get paid faster. You want to get paid more. Let's say you want to get paid accurately, and that's actually the foundation of a successfully run business. In closing, into this conversation, I explained to you how to prepare an invoice, and I explained to you what you need to prepare an invoice, and I gave you the step-by-step guide to prepare an invoice this year. Thank you so much. God bless you. I will see you next time. Until then, remember, stay marvelous.